33-year-old Adam Woolley has been arrested in a fatal hit-and-run that occurred on Interstate 25 in Thornton, Colorado, at just after midnight on New Year's Day. The events unfolded when an unidentified woman in her 20s was with a group of friends who had been travelling in a ride-shared vehicle after a party when she became ill. The rideshare driver pulled over at the 15,500 block of Interstate 25, roughly 11 miles north of Denver, when the woman and her friends paid and exited the car. Police said that a short time later, at around 12:33 a.m, the woman walked out onto the roadway and was sideswiped by a dark truck that never stopped and continued driving along the highway with a speed limit of 65 miles per hour. Another car then struck the pedestrian while she was laying in the roadway. The driver of the second vehicle stopped and contacted 911. When police arrived at the scene, they located the deceased woman's body in the roadway. Police said that the rideshare driver was later contacted and fully cooperated with the investigation. Adam of Frederick, Colorado, turned himself in the next day, advising investigators that he was the driver of the dark truck. He was charged for a hit-and-run involving death, and his truck was impounded. Thornton police officer Jesus Mendez said it's unlikely that the rideshare driver will face criminal charges after leaving the group by the side of the busy highway. "I do know that's not the cause of the accident," he said. "It's not like a vehicle ran off the side of the road and struck them. This person walked out into the roadway and was struck." He said it wasn't clear whether the woman vomited or became nauseous, or whether she vomited inside the vehicle, or whether the driver pulled over to let her out to vomit. He could not say whether the woman was intoxicated. He was also unsure whether the driver kicked the woman out, or whether she and her friends entered the rideshare voluntarily. "She paid. The ride was terminated," he said. "Who terminated it and what happened there, I do not know. The investigation into the matter continues." On Tuesday, the 3rd of January, a Greensville, Tennessee woman was charged with 6 counts of statutory rape by an authority figure. Police began their investigation in October of 2022, following a report that 42-year-old Miranda Stevens had an inappropriate relationship with a 15-year-old boy. Police said that Miranda of 225 Park Lane was a volunteer coach with the Greenville Youth Football Association in August and September of 2022. She was a coach of the Junior League, which had players aged between 13 and 15. Police said that during this time, Miranda had an intimate relationship with one of the players. Miranda's been held at the Greene County Detention Center on a $180,000 bond. She was arraigned on Wednesday. 18-year-old DeMarcus Hedges of Cincinnati, Kentucky, is behind bars after allegedly fatally shooting his girlfriend's teen sister because she wouldn't pick up a bag of weed. At around 2:18 a.m. on Tuesday the 3rd of January, the authorities responded to a home located at 3015 Silverbrook Drive in Burlington, Kentucky on reports of a shooting. When deputies arrived, they found 16-year-old Scarlett Tucker with a gunshot wound to her head, and she was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities identified DeMarcus as the suspected shooter, who fled in a 2010 Nissan Maxima. Upon further investigation, the Boone County Sheriff's Office said that Scarlett, DeMarcus, an 18-year-old man, an 18-year-old woman, and a 17-year-old all hung out together earlier in Cincinnati and Covington, before returning to the home of the 18-year-old woman at around 1:30 a.m. The 3 teenage witnesses who remained on scene reportedly told authorities that a bag of marijuana fell on the bedroom floor, and DeMarcus demanded that Scarlett pick it up, but she refused. DeMarcus then pointed his handgun and fired a shot at Scarlett's head. An arrest warrant was issued for DeMarcus. He turned himself into the United States Marshals Service in Covington later that day at 2:30 p.m. He's charged with murder, tampering with physical evidence, and unlawful transaction with a minor. He's been held at the Boone County Detention Center on a $1 million bond. 27-year-old Bethel Beckel is behind bars after allegedly killing 22-year-old Keris Riebel at a Dollar Tree store in Upper Sandusky, Ohio, where she was working as a cashier on New Year's Day. The incident occurred at around 4:25 p.m. on Sunday the 1st of January at 1120 East Wyandotte Avenue. Investigators said that Bethel entered the store waving a machete around, approached Keris and struck her repeatedly in the back of the head with a machete. As she collapsed to the floor, customers ran out of the store and called 911. Officers raced to the scene after receiving calls that a man with a machete was inside the store and had struck an employee. When officers arrived at the store, they found Keris dead and the suspect had already fled the scene. Officers searched the area for Bethel and located him a few blocks away in the 100 block of South 5th Street. He was outside of his vehicle parked in front of the Wyandotte County Sheriff's Office, and he surrendered to deputies without incident as they approached him. He's been charged with murder, and he's held without bond. Investigators say there was no apparent relationship between Keris and Bethel, and that the attack was random and unprovoked. Bethel had just moved to Sandusky, and reportedly had family ties in North Carolina. He told investigators that he worked 2 jobs, but was now unemployed. He said he leases a car, and does not have any other assets besides $1,300 in his checking account. Keris graduated in Winford High School in 2019, and married Jordan in October last year. She recently earned a bachelor's degree in human services, and was looking forward to starting a career in that field. Those who knew Keris described her as an amazing, kind and sweet young woman who lit up the world with her smile.
What's the address of your emergency?
Dollar Tree and Upper Sandusky.
Dollar Tree and Upper? Okay.
They're saying there's a guy there with an axe. Is the guy still there, or did he leave?
It was like he looked at me and he walked out. 607.
All right.
Can you give me a description of the guy?
He was, I think, Hispanic.
Need you to respond to the Dollar Tree for a male with a machete.
He's a face. And he's wearing all black.
He's wearing all black?
Yeah, he walked out when we got out, when we went into the car.
All right.
Did it hurt the cashier?
She fell down straight to the ground. He hit her in the back of the neck.
Okay. All right, we'll get the ambulance page too.
Okay.
Sounds like he did assault the cashier. EMS is en route.
Are you still there?
No, we left. We ran out.
Okay. Where are you at right now?
We're behind, like, Taco Bell, all that is.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to stay on the line with you. We're
heading home.
Okay. What?
Unknown caller left the location. Male walked out of the store on foot while they were in the store. Male wearing all black, possibly Hispanic.
All right. And what's your name? All right. And what's a good phone number for you, just in case we need?
For you.
Okay. All right. So you said he hit the cashier.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see any blood or anything, but she fell right to the ground.
She fell to the ground. Okay. And then he just left?
Well, we ran out of the store.
You ran out. Okay.
And then he left as we were, like, pulling out.
Okay. Did you see if he got into a car or if he was just walking?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Okay. We've got officers en route, and the ambulance will be en route. We may need your help, though, okay?
Okay.
So.
I didn't know if he was, like, if it was for real or not, because he walked in and said something to her, and then hit her, and she fell to the ground, and we ran out. But he didn't, like, try to come after us, and he didn't run out of the store. And so, I don't know. It didn't look like a real machete.
For you, clear.
Okay.
We have a car there because we drove separately.
Okay.
But I'm with my sister, and I told her to get into my car.
Okay. That's good. That was a good idea. We do have officers out in the area. So, is there any way you'd be able to go back to the area and maybe speak with the officers?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. They are there now. So, if you want to go back, that way you can tell them what you saw. Was there anybody else in the store with you when this happened?
I think maybe one other lady. I'm almost home. Can I tell them and then come back?
Oh, hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hang up with you.
Okay.
Officers are on scene, so if you want to go back and if they need anything from you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, bye.
Bye.